In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lions sleep tonight. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lions sleep tonight. Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to Relax and Read with Mrs. B. I absolutely love The Lion King. It is a phenomenal story about a little young cub who finds his way in the circle of life. And so let's dig into today's story, Disney's The Lion King. As the morning sun rose high over the African plain, animals and birds gathered at the foot of Pride Rock. This was a very special day. The animals bowed when they saw the new prince, Simba. King Mufasa and Queen Sarabi watched as Rafiki, the wise baboon, presented their newborn son to the kingdom. Ooh, exciting! Simba grew into a playful and curious cub. Early one morning, Mufasa brought Simba to the top of Pride Rock. Everything the light touches is our kingdom, he told his son. One day, Simba, the sun will set on my time here and will rise with you as the new king. We are all connected in the great circle of life. And look at Simba looking up to his papa. Later that day, Simba went to see his uncle Scar. He doesn't look very friendly. My dad just showed me the whole kingdom, the cub bragged, and I'm gonna rule it all. Now Scar was angry that he was no longer next in line to be king. He was plotting to get rid of this new prince. He asked slyly if Mufasa had shown him what was beyond the northern border. Well, no, said Simba sadly. He said I can't go there. And he's absolutely right, said Scar. Far too dangerous. Only the bravest lions go there. An elephant graveyard is no place for a young prince. Simba didn't see his uncle's evil trap. He decided to show his father what a brave cub he could be. Simba set out to find his best friend Nala and go visit the elephant graveyard that very day. He had no idea that Scar had ordered 3 hyenas to go to the elephant graveyard too, to kill the new prince. How sad. Scar allowing jealousy and anger to rule his heart. Simba raced ahead across the plains, leading Nala to the forbidden place. Eventually, they reached a pile of bones. It's really creepy, said Nala. Simba was about to explore a skull when he saw Zazu, his father's advisor. Zazu commanded them to leave immediately, saying, "You are in very real danger." But it was already too late. Nala and Simba were trapped by 3 laughing, drooling hyenas. Simba took a deep breath and tried to roar, but only a squeaky rumble came out. He was too afraid. The hyenas laughed even more at that. Simba took another deep breath. Roar! The 3 hyenas looked around into the eyes of King Mufasa. His giant paw struck one of the hyenas and he growled, "If you ever come near my son again." The hyenas fled, howling into the mist before he could finish. Mufasa scolded his son on the way home. "You deliberately disobeyed me." "I was just trying to be brave like you," said Simba softly. "Being brave doesn't mean you go looking for trouble," replied Mufasa. The moon shone brightly above them, and the stars twinkled in the dark sky. Mufasa stopped. Look at the stars. The great kings of the past looked down on us from those stars. So whenever you feel alone, just remember that those kings will always be there to guide you, and so will I. What a beautiful picture of Dad and baby cub. Meanwhile, Scar came up with another plan to get rid of King Mufasa and Simba. Scar led Simba down a steep gorge and told him that his father had a surprise for him. Then Scar signaled the hyenas to frighten a herd of wildebeests. The panicked animals stampede right towards Simba. Hearing the thunder of hooves, Mufasa raced to the rescue. "Hold on, Simba," he cried. The king rescued his son, but he could not save himself, for Scar pushed him into the stampede of wildebeests. The wildebeests were now gone. The stampede was over. Simba ran along the gorge to his father's side. "Dad," he whimpered, nuzzled Mufasa's mane. But the king did not reply, and Simba started sobbing. It's very sad. "Simba," said Scar coldly, "what have you done? The king is dead, and if it weren't for you, he'd still be alive. What will your mother think? Run away and never return." Heartbroken, poor Simba ran away as fast as he could. Scar was certain that Simba would never return back. He returned to take the royal throne at Pride Rock for himself. Meanwhile, Simba was far away from the Pride Lands. The ground turned dry and cracked beneath him. The hot sun beat down as vultures circled above his head. Exhausted and unable to go any farther, Simba slumped to the ground. Simba was just so tired. After a long while, Simba awoke. Everything around him looked different. There were trees and grass and flowers instead of desert. A meerkat named Timon and a warthog named Pumbaa had brought him to their home. "You nearly died," said Pumbaa. "I saved you," cried Timon. "Well, oh, Pumbaa helped." "Thanks for your help," said Simba, but he thought, "It doesn't matter, I've got nowhere to go." He began to walk away. "Where are you going?" said Timon kindly. "Nowhere," said Simba. Oh, Simba, my dear. "Anything we can do?" said Pumbaa. "Not unless you can change the past. You gotta put the past behind ya," said Timon. "Repeat after me. Hakuna Matata." "It means no worries," added Pumbaa. Simba decided to stay in the jungle with his new friends. When you've had a really sad day, it's always good to be around good friends, new or old. Years passed and Simba grew into a young lion. He lived a happy, carefree, no worries life with his friends. But one day something happened that was not a no worry situation. A fierce lioness was about to spring into Pumbaa, who was stuck under a tree root. "She's gonna eat me," squealed Pumbaa. Simba rushed over to help. Simba wrestled with the lioness, but then realized she was his old friend Nala. "You're alive," she said happily. "That means you're the king." Nala told Simba how Scar had destroyed the Pride Lands. "Simba, if you don't do something, soon everyone will starve." "I can't go back. You wouldn't understand," said Simba. Nala was disappointed in her friend. "Don't you understand? You're our only hope." Nala turned and left her friend alone. That night, Simba lay by a stream thinking, He heard a noise and looked up. It was Rafiki. Remember the wise monkey? I know who you are, said Rafiki. You're Mufasa's boy. He's alive, and I'll show him to you. You follow Rafiki. Come on. Simba followed Rafiki and wandered to the edge of the stream. As Simba looked into the water, his reflection changed shape and became his father's. He heard Mufasa's voice. Simba, remember who you are. You are my son and the only true king. Then the reflection and Rafiki disappeared. I must return, decided Simba. Meanwhile, back at the Pride Lands, storm clouds had gathered and a lightning bolt scorched the earth. As the dry grasses caught fire, huge flames swept toward Pride Rock, and a lion appeared through the smoke. It was Simba. Scar lunged at Simba, determined to kill him, just as he had Mufasa. Timon and Pumbaa joined in the fierce battle that followed. As the lionesses drove back the hyenas, Simba finally heaved Scar over a cliff. Scar landed to find himself surrounded by drooling hyenas. Simba was victorious. Simba took his rightful place as the Lion King, and once again the land flourished. One day, the animals and birds made their way again to the foot of Pride Rock. Rafiki picked up a tiny cup. He showed the new princess, the daughter of King Simba and Queen Nala, to the cheering crowd below. The circle of life would continue. The end. Boys and girls, I sure hope you enjoyed The Lion King, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.